What's going on, fishy friends? Rich here, Rich's Fishes, and that new weather station up here says it's about 94 degrees in my fish room. So I picked up this thing on Amazon the other day. I went looking for essentially a large digital clock that also had to have a date and time. Well, obviously it would have a time if it's a clock, right? I was also looking for a calendar, you know, to display the date as well. Actually, as I'm saying that, I realized that I set this thing wrong. Today is not Friday the 8th. It'll be probably Friday the 8th when this video airs, but today is Thursday the 7th. I need to go back up and change that. But anyway, I found this for a relatively cheap enough price that I figured it was worth getting. I always like monitoring the temperatures as well as the humidity down here in the fish room. Right now it says it's 93.7 degrees and 20% humidity inside, and about 27 degrees and 41% humidity outside. I'm not sure exactly how well this thing's working. I have no idea how that outdoor temperature works. There is a remote sensor, channel 1, channel 2, channel 3. Let's see if I can find, where's the remote thing? This here is the remote thing where I have taken the batteries out because it kept reading what appeared to actually be the outdoor temperature below freezing. And I'm not sure how it actually picks that up because I never put a sensor outside or anything. It also continually says learning there where the barometer is displaying the pressure. Gives the moon phases and everything, but I went to get this because I kept finding myself completely losing track of time down here in the fish room. I have no ambient lights. The only window in the fish room is completely sealed up with all this insulation behind my brine shrimp hatcheries there. There's absolutely no ambient light. There's really no way of keeping track of the time unless you're constantly looking at a watch or something. Unfortunately, this isn't really a great spot to put this. I can only see it from this side of the fish room over here and around the corner on the other side of the L. Back over this way. It's a little more difficult to see. Let's see, the furthest away I could be from it would be over here near the angelfish. Let's go. Well, actually, I just added that tank in there the other day for no real reason. But from this direction, looking back towards, that thing is hanging up. You can't even see it, but behind that row of tanks over there. So anyway, I'm still in the dark, so to say, over here on this side of the fish room. Anyway, guys, the real reason why we're making this video today is to do another fish room unboxing. I actually got contacted by a legitimate company in the aquarium trade. I was contacted by representatives from API. This box actually came from Mars Fish Care, which is one of the API brands, or vice versa. I've been contacted by a few people before, you know, regarding my YouTube channel and them asking for me to you know, do an advertisement for something or other, and it always starts with, oh, we love your channel, we think you'd be a great fit, and it's a company that sells something like caffeinated breath mints, or something weird like that. You know, my response always back to them is, what makes you think you'd be a good fit for my channel? What video in particular did you guys watch? But when API contacted me, it's the first time I've been contacted by a legitimate, you know, brand in the aquarium business. So I figured, what the heck? I don't use a lot of API products, but they agreed to box a few things up and ship them over to me if I would agree to do a unboxing. They didn't even ask me to do an unboxing, I just will. But they asked me to give an honest review, and I'll do just that. So let's see if we can't get this box open. Alrighty, guys, here we go. Nice little letter. Dear Richard, thank you for the opportunity you have provided for you to review and share with your followers API products on your social media channels, including Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Not very personalized. In this influencer package, you will find a variety of API products for you to use. When reviewing and sharing on social media, we wanted to share some tips that we found helpful to us. Well, geez, thanks, API. API products videotape and photograph well in bright light and when closer up to the video and camera. Yep, that goes without saying for most things. API products should be the only products being discussed in the post and video. Well, We'll see about that. If you need any selling points or product information, feel free to reach out or to visit us on our website. If there was something specific they wanted me to talk about, they sure should have told me. Tagging products on Amazon or on our website would be great so consumers can find them easily. Our social media handles are blah, 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 blah. Well, thanks so much, Mars Fish Care team. Let's see what you gave me. So we got some API bottom feeder shrimp pellets for clean, clear water. Fish produce less ammonia. I don't know how you can say that fish would produce less ammonia based on the food, but okay. A complete and balanced diet to meet the nutritional requirements of all bottom-feeding fish, including catfish, plecostomus, and loaches. The breakthrough formula of API bottom feeder shrimp pellets includes a unique nutritionally enhanced protein to ensure easy uptake of nutrients for maximum absorption. Fish more readily use the nutrients and release less ammonia for cleaner, clearer water. All right, well, if they say so. The result is healthier fish living in a healthier environment. Contain shrimp for a highly palatable, nutrient-rich food, supplemented with seaweed and squid to help promote growth and feeding. Feed twice a day. Feed the amount of food your fish will consume within 30 minutes. Let's see. Then we got ingredients: whole Manhattan fish meal, whole wheat shrimp meal, wheat middlings, squid meal, pea protein, brewer's dried yeast. Not the greatest list of ingredients, but let's see how the fish enjoy it, because honestly, fish can't read and don't know what this says, and the proof is always in whether or not the fish enjoy the food. And we got some API tropical flakes for clean, clear water. Same breakthrough formula. Very similar ingredient list. No breakdown. Oh, there's the breakdown. Guaranteed analysis. Crude protein on the shrimp pellets is a minimum of 36% with a fat minimum of 6%. And on the tropical flakes, crude protein mixed 35%. Crude protein minimum 35%, crude fat minimum 5%, fiber 4%, moisture 7%. What else we got here? Some API root tabs plus iron. These will go nicely in some of my planted tanks, perhaps. I've never actually used any root tabs. If you keep a planted tank, obviously root tabs are something that could definitely benefit you. And API Leaf Zone, which is not liquid carbon like I thought it was. Contains iron and potassium for lush, colorful leaves. Leaf Zone contains both chelated iron to promote growth and prevent yellow decaying leaves, and potassium, which aids in photosynthesis and cell pressure maintenance for strong, hardy, and colorful leaves. For use in an aquarium containing freshwater fish and plants. So it's a liquid water column fertilizer for some of the planted tanks, and that's all we got in the box. We'll go ahead and try some of these tropical flakes out. Well sealed, so that way the fish can't get to them without my permission. These are pretty pulverized flake. Alright guys, we're over here near one of my 40 breeders that's way down low, that's full of a bunch of different platies. There's a couple of white cloud mountain minnows in here. There's a zebra danio or two. There's a whole mess of mulm on the bottom of the tank. Definitely not one of my prettier tanks. But let's go ahead and see how the fish like this API tropical flake. Alright guys, the fish are finding it, and they seem to be gobbling it up just the way they would any other flake food I give in my fish room. Looks like we got a thumbs up from these guys. Alright guys, next are these API bottom feeder shrimp pellets. Gonna go ahead and drop a couple of these into this tank over here where I've got a couple of lonely corridors, and there's 3, I don't see any of them right now, but there are 3 plecos in here somewhere. There's one. 3 of these black bristlenose. Bad glare everywhere I go on this tank. This one might be a little less exciting. These fish tend to... What's going on with that Cory? Is he just giving up right there? I mean, he's breathing. What are you being so lazy for? What the heck is going on? That's really weird. Well, there's one of the other plecos. All right, let's drop some of this stuff in the tank. All right, good sign. Food that's meant for bottom feeders actually sinks to the bottom. That's an encouraging sign. It's an optical illusion. It looked like the Cory found the food already. He was actually in front of the food. Is he gonna find it? Not quite yet. I feel like most of the time in this tank, food sits for a while before the fish find it. So I'm not surprised to see that they're not necessarily swarming it. One of the plecos found some of the food. He's backed his way over there with one of the pellets, I think, back behind that driftwood. Now he's getting chased away so this other guy can start chomping on it. Looks like these shrimp pellets are a hit with the plecos. Now, I am no pleco expert, and now that I'm seeing these guys chow down on these things, I really do wonder if these are a bristlenose pleco or not. Sure hope this isn't more of a common pleco that's going to surprise me and end up being 9 feet long or something crazy like that. If that's the case, I'm going to have to rehome these guys eventually. Got a couple of albino bristlenose over here. I know these guys are bristlenose. Where are you? There is one of the ones that's just starting to develop some bristles. Right up in the front of the tank, makes it difficult to see. Where'd the pleco go? The Corys haven't found it, but the plecos seem to like the shrimp pellets there, so that's a good sign. All right, so a big thank you to API Products and the nice little gift basket they sent me to review here on YouTube. Check them out at the links below. Make sure you guys comment, rate, subscribe, and let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys on the next one.